Marilyn Monroe was more than Hollywood's golden girl. She was a symbol of beauty, desire, fragility, power, and vulnerability. Behind the iconic red lips and radiant smile was a storm, a woman fighting to be taken seriously, to be loved, and to be understood. Before she was Marilyn, she was Norma Jean Mortensen, born in Los Angeles in 1926, whose early life was marked by profound instability and hardship. Her mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, struggled with mental health, leading Norma Jean to spend much of her childhood in foster homes and an orphanage. She experienced abandonment and lacked a stable, loving home, with some accounts suggesting abuse during her time in foster care. To escape this difficult reality, Norma Jean married James Dougherty at the tender age of 16 in 1942. During World War II, while her husband served, Norma Jean began working in a munitions factory where she was discovered by a photographer. This encounter launched her modeling career, leading to short-lived film contracts and the adoption of her iconic stage name, Marilyn Monroe. The name Marilyn was suggested by a Fox executive, and Monroe was her mother's maiden name, marking the birth of a star. When Norma Jean stepped into Hollywood, the studios didn't see a girl. They saw immense potential. They shaped her, molded her, and renamed her. Marilyn Monroe was not discovered. She was meticulously constructed. Her beauty became a product, her smile an expectation, and the world fell in love with a version of her that wasn't fully real. Her initial film roles were minor, but she gained attention in films like The Asphalt Jungle and All About Eve in 1950. By 1953, she had progressed to leading roles, becoming one of Hollywood's most marketable stars. Her dumb blonde persona was used to comedic effect in films such as Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and How to Marry a Millionaire. That same year, she appeared as the centerfold in the first issue of Playboy, solidifying her image as a sex symbol. Marilyn became the fantasy of an entire generation, lighting up screens with a charm that felt effortless. But behind the glamour was a woman terrified that she would never be respected for her mind, only her body. Despite her success, Monroe felt typecast and underpaid, seeking to broaden her range and gain more control over her career. In 1954, she briefly suspended her contract and founded her own film production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions. She also began studying method acting at the Actors Studio with Lee Strasberg, demonstrating her serious commitment to her craft. Her personal life was often turbulent and highly publicized, including her brief marriage to baseball star Joe DiMaggio. She then married playwright Arthur Miller, a union that also ended in divorce in 1961, leaving her trapped between fame and loneliness. Marilyn Monroe was far smarter than Hollywood allowed her to be, possessing a personal library of over 400 books. She studied literature, psychology, and method acting, seeking roles that would challenge her comedic image. But the world preferred the blonde bombshell over the brilliant woman hiding beneath, ignoring her sharp wit and keen understanding of Hollywood. With fame came pressure, with pressure came anxiety, and with anxiety came dependence on medications. Marilyn was adored by millions, but truly loved by very few for who she was, leading to a deepening despair. Her death in 1962 remains one of Hollywood's deepest mysteries, ruled a probable suicide, though conspiracy theories persist. What is certain is that Marilyn Monroe died lonely, a woman the world adored but never truly protected. Yet today, a new generation sees Marilyn differently, not just as a sex symbol, but as a survivor. She was a woman who fought her trauma while carrying the impossible expectations of an entire industry. So who is Marilyn Monroe? A goddess? A victim? A genius? A myth? Perhaps she was all of these at once. A woman too alive for the world that tried to contain her. Her smile hit a storm, and the world still feels its thunder.